Thank you for watching CTR TV. I'm Christy Olds with a special report today focusing on some efforts of the CT Realtors Foundation. They're gearing up in the middle of their Dog Days of Summer annual fundraiser. At the Board of Directors meeting this summer, they will collect supplies for pets, including food, treats, and anything else that's needed to support rescue and animal shelters in the state of Connecticut. New this year, however, there is also an online campaign, and that is reaching out to all the members of the association, and that is going to raise money for 3 organizations: the Sadie Mae Foundation Animal Rescue League, Connecticut Doggone Recovery Volunteers, and the Meriden Humane Society. And we are joined today by members of the Meriden Humane Society to tell us a little bit about the organization and also to show us some of your pets. First off, we have Karen Annis, you are a board member. Tell us a little bit about the mission of the Humane Society and what you guys look to do.
So the Meriden Humane Society is one of the largest no-kill shelters in the state. So our mission is really to educate people about the needs of shelter animals, to get as many adopted and in loving homes as we can, and to, it's always to put ourselves out of business, right? So we always want to have people adopt that are going to provide a forever home, and have educate about spaying and neutering, and to cut down on the pet population.
You guys do dogs.
We
have
do.
Ginger here with us today, and you also do cats.
We do.
Jeff Parkhurst, you are also on the board. What is the focus? How many animals do you guys normally see? How many do you have coming in? How many do you have coming out? Is it busy?
So I think it gets very busy depending on the different times of the year. So last year we adopted out about 50 dogs. So we maintain our numbers while we do that. So we bring dogs in as we adopt dogs out. Karen can speak to the exact number of cats. I don't want to misquote, but.
We adopted out about 450 cats and kittens, and certainly spring and summer is our absolute busiest time of year on the cat side. Because it's kitten season, so moms and babies and litters are coming in all the time, and and many shelters are finding themselves having to turn animals away at this particular time of year. So 450, we're hoping for probably over 500 this year. It's already been a very early starting, very busy kitten season for us.
What's the important message to get out to people in the state?
Well, the first is to spay and neuter their animals, and the second is really to consider adoption before purchasing a pet. Absolutely. And the third is really to understand that shelters like ours really rely solely on the donations of the public. So our organization doesn't get any state money, no federal money, so we only function and we can only help as many animals as we are funded to help. Let's
talk about Ginger here with us today. Jeff, you want to tell us about her?
Sure. So Ginger is a 5-year-old pit mix who just heard her name. She's been with us for about 10 months. She was surrendered because she is selective with other dogs and other animals, and her family felt that was more than they could handle. So they came to visit us, and we graciously took Ginger. She's real sweet, loves people, loves treats, knows lots of different tricks. She really is a great dog, and so she's looking for her forever home to be able to really bring joy to her forever family.
You said she's pretty smart too, right?
She is, yeah. She knows 10 tricks at least. She knows a lot of different tricks, certainly knows how to please, and loves treats, which makes it a lot easier.
And you did mention that she is selective, so would probably be best as an only dog?
Yeah, she would probably be best as the only pet in a home. So she's selective of other animals, but that being said, she's incredibly sweet.
Very well behaved.
She is.
A lot of people probably, when you say pit bulls or pit bull mix, do people turn their heads or do they consider it?
Some do. I think it's a social stigma that we're actively working to combat. We do tend to see the majority of our dogs tend to be pit bull or pit bull mixes. That being said, all of them are incredibly sweet, and we've adopted out probably a large percentage of the dogs we adopt out every year are pit bull mixes. And they do make great family pets. And as with any dog, it's about the training and about the individuals, and less about a breed as a whole.
You mentioned she can do some tricks.
She can. Ginger, would you like to do some tricks? I have treats.
He's like, oh, treats.
Come here, Ginger. You sit. You sit pretty. Sit pretty. You need some help? That counts. Down.
It's better than a lot of dogs I know.
Good girl.
If you had one message you could send out to people, you work a lot with the dogs at the shelter,
I do,
right?
yeah.
What is the message you would like people to hear?
So I think was really important with dogs and with all animals is they just need care and attention. You know, a lot of things, if there's behaviors or a lot of them can be trained out. Working with a trainer or just working diligently with the animal is really what's important. And they're all really just looking for love and affection.
Okay, Jeff, thank you for bringing Ginger. Yes. We're going to bring in a couple cats now as well to talk about the cats you have at the shelter.
Yep, great.
So we brought in two of the cats that are currently at the Meriden Humane Society. And Karen, if you want to introduce us to this one, this is Panda, right?
This is Panda. She is a 2-year-old female, and she came to us. She was clearly somebody's pet. She was friendly, and she had babies outside, and we actually got a call to rescue the kittens first, so we went and got her kittens, and didn't realize she was still hanging around. And once we realized there was a mom, we wanted to make sure that she got off the streets as well. So as what sometimes or frequently happens is all of the babies have been adopted, and Panda's still waiting for her turn. So she's very sweet. She definitely, you know, would like to have a nice window perch. She likes to look outside. She kind of, she's one that you'd have to kind of be careful with your screen doors just to make sure she stays in and stays safe. But she was clearly somebody's cat that just, you know, either got left behind or was abandoned in some other way.
She's still a young cat.
She's still a young cat, and she has gotten all of her shots, and she has been fixed, so no more babies for Panda, and she's ready to find her family.
Okay, and joining us is Gail Bordenero. Gail, you have a cute little kitten with you.
I do. This is Stone. Stone is one of a litter of 4 boys that were born actually at the shelter. He's 12 weeks old, and he's available for adoption right now. At this age, we don't have as much information, obviously, on them as we do on cats like Panda, but
all of his brothers have gone home, and he's waiting for his turn.
Actually, yes.
You mentioned that the kittens usually go before the cats.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, you know, we really want potential adopters to know that this turns to this really quickly.
Right.
So, you know, especially, you know, at different times of the year to really consider adult cats or consider cats that, you know, may have some blemishes or imperfections. You know, we get a lot of cats that, you know, have a scar from being outside or, you know, might have one eye or, you know, something like that won't limit their life at all, but certainly makes them wait longer in a shelter environment.
And would Panda be a only cat home, good with other animals?
Panda is great with other kitties. She is out and about in what we call our kitchen at the shelter, and you know, has had no drama with other cats. So after a proper introduction period, Panda should be just fine.
Okay. Gail, you mentioned that you do a lot of the fundraising.
I do.
How important is it? And Karen, you said before that all of the funding for the shelter comes from donations and outside support.
Correct. Our fundraising is the lifeblood of the shelter. We try to do fundraisers year-round. We have a variety of different fundraisers that we do. Everything from what we call fill-a-trucks, where you'll see our volunteers standing outside of a local Stop and Shop and Walmart, handing out our wish lists to potential shoppers, asking them to buy something on the wish list and drop it in our cart on the way out. We just did a very big event called Ales for Tails at Shabine Brewery in Wolcott. We had the North Shore Animal League adoption bus was there with animals, live music. It was a wonderful event on a Sunday afternoon. We have our biggest fundraiser, which actually I run in August. It's a golf tournament. We have a 5K race. So we have many events all year long to keep the doors open.
Which is important, right?
It's very important because other than the adoption fees and private donations, which really have somewhat dwindled over the past year, our fundraisers really...
He's a kitten.
She's making
That's what
he's
they
making
do,
a run
right?
for it.
Yeah, we're not going nowhere.
If someone is interested in adopting either Ginger or either of the cats or any of the other animals at the Meriden Humane Society, what do they have to do?
The first step would be really to fill out an adoption application, and of course they're available at our physical shelter, but they're also available online. So we're www.meridenhumanesocietyrescue.com, and you'll be able to find forms for adoptions for Ginger or either of these cats, and then lots of profiles on other animals that are available for adoption.
Thank you, Karen. And if you would like to support, Gail, go ahead.
The other thing that is on our website that I would like to bring up, we're always in need of fosters and volunteers. Those applications as well can be found on our website because we're volunteer-based and always need more hands. So if anybody is interested in volunteering for us as well, or fostering for the kittens or for animals that have a rough time at the shelter, we always need those kind of hands as well.
Very Good. Well, thank you both. And if you're interested in supporting the Meriden Humane Society through the CT Realtors Foundation's Dog Days of Summer fundraiser, you can find a link to donate to that cause. It's at ctrealtors-care.org/pets. And that will run through the end of the summer. I appreciate you guys being here today, talking about the Meriden Humane Society and also introducing us to some very cute little kitties and, of course, Ginger.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.